Alright guys, in this lesson I'll be discussing one method which you can use to solve quadratics, and that's by using the quadratic formula. So let's first write down quadratics. As you may know, are the following form. We have ax squared plus bx plus c. So first of all, what do we want to do? We want to set this equation to 0. So what we want to solve is the following. So the formula is the following. So I'm not getting into details on how this formula is obtained, but I only want to show you how to apply this formula to solve quadratics and how you can tell the number of solutions by looking at the formula. So the formula is the following. X, 1, 2, which are the possible solutions, is equal to minus b plus minus, then you have a square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c. This is all under the square root, and this is divided by 2 times a. So let's see what type of information can we get from this formula. So this is a square root. It means that what is under the root cannot be negative. So that tells us there are several scenarios. So let's look at them. We have b squared minus 4 times a times c. Let's say this is greater than 0. That means that when we use this formula, we get a certain number here, plus minus another number, which will be the square root of this, which, by the way, this is called discriminant. So if the discriminant is greater than 0, we have two solutions. What does that mean? Let's say we are now plotting our quadratic. That means that the quadratic will cross the x-axis two times. So, because when we want to find the zeros, we want to find where the value of the function is 0. And the value of the function is 0 when it crosses the x-axis. So it can either look upwards or downwards, but again, you have, as you can see here, you would have one solution here, one solution here, for the one opening upwards, or one solution here, one solution here, for the one opening downwards. As you can see, there are different possibilities. So what happens if now, if the discriminant is 0? Let's say, now we can say that b squared minus 4 times a times c is now 0. That means that what is under the root here is 0. So here we are adding or subtracting 0. So this gives us only one solution for our equation. And more specifically, the solution will be minus b over 2a. So what would that look like on the graph? That means that our function will only touch the axis x-axis once. So we could have this scenario, for instance, or we could have this scenario. That means we have only one solution. Let's now look at the third possibility, where the discriminant is negative. So we would have b squared minus 4a times c. This time will be negative. So what does that mean? That means that what is under the root, so here, what is under the root will be negative. So there will be no solution for this part. Therefore, there will be no solution for our equation. So what would that look like on a plot? We would have the following. So we would have, for example, we could have something like that. As you can see, we never cross or touch the x-axis. Or we could have something like this. So these are two examples where we have no solution.